This video is about oxidation and reduction reactions and how to interpret them based on oxidation numbers. So I'm going to remind you about a couple of rules about oxidation numbers that you might have learned in the past. You know that H is always 1 plus, that O is pretty much 2 minus, and that the ions are equal to their charge, at least the oxidation number is. Okay, so let's take a look at this, and what we're looking for is a change in oxidation numbers. So as a reminder that elements have a 0 oxidation number, that Ag, because it's ion, it's -1. NO3, we'll take a look at that whole thing, because NO3 is actually a minus, so that if we look at that, we have a total of 6 minuses here. That has to equal -1, so that must be a +5. Okay, so we can say that this is a +5 and this is a -2, okay, for our oxygen. And we're looking at it just individual oxygen, individual nitrogen. Over here on the other side, we have this Cu2 plus going on. One of the things I want to also tell you about is that when you see an aqueous, it really means the ions are completely apart. They're not together at all in this solution. If you got rid of all the water, you'd produce copper nitrate, but in reality, they float around just like this in solution, not attached to each other at all. So that's sort of how you have to look at it. We have a 2 plus for the Cu, and we have an NO3 is just 1 minus, so it doesn't look like, if you just take a look at the NO3s, you're not really changing anything. So this guy and this guy look to be the same. So we have a copper that seems to have changed its oxidation number, and then we have 0. This copper is this is just 0. So we have a +2 here for copper, a 0 for Ag. So if you take a look at this, we have, it looks like two things have changed. We have this guy that's changed to 2 plus. We have this guy that's changed to 0. So let's interpret that a little bit. We have copper that went from a 0 to a 2 plus. That is said to have lost, the only way to do that is lose 2 electrons. So a loss of electrons is oxidation. So we'll say that, we'll say that copper has been oxidized. Now Ag went from Ag plus to Ag solid. So we'll say that that got reduced. And you can sort of see that the charge actually is reduced from plus to 0. And it gained electrons. So gain of electrons is reduction. And one way to remember that is this term, or this saying, oil rig, which is oxidation is loss, reduction is gain. And that's about it. Good luck on the worksheet.